my name's Oliver Brown. I've been playing Frisbee, ultimate Frisbee, for 14 years now.
My name is Rachel Turton and I've played Frisbee for 6 years now. I love playing with both men and women on the field. It brings a lot more challenges because both genders are quite different. Often men are quicker and stronger and can throw further, and women move differently on the field and can be slower, so you have to adjust your throwing depending on who you're throwing to. So I think it's really exciting that both men and women can play on the same field at the same time.
Tighten up, Haley, tighten up, Haley, tighten up, Haley!
The spirit of the game and the self-refereed aspect of it is really nice. It means that you have to trust your teammates and your opponents, and it involves a high level of respect for everyone.
Up! Yes, you're on!
I started playing Ultimate because one of my office mates, when I was doing my PhD, persuaded us to come along and try it in the summer. So that was how I got my first taste of it, just playing in a little summer league. And at the time I was playing a lot of soccer and just mucking around in other sports as well. And I wanted to play anything that was a team sport, anything that was involved with my friends. So when I first started it, that was kind of what got me into it. But after a while I realised that I quite enjoyed some of the skills and some of the movement involved. And so I started to sort of find ways to play more. My local university team was just a few stragglers, just a couple of people, and I helped them grow. And they needed a coach, and I had coached other sports but didn't really know anything about Ultimate. So I would go home and I would learn on the internet, and then I would go and coach. And so at the beginning of my years of playing, I had to sort of learn and play more or less at the same time.
Just the teaminess of the sport, like when I was introduced to it, I'd played a couple of times in school, and we'd played mixed with men and women on the field, which is quite different to other sports that I've played, and it was just so much fun. And this year I'll be representing Great Britain mixed at beach and at grass. So I've got the European Grass Ultimate Championships coming up in about a month's time.
At the moment I play for GB Mixed Masters. That's a grass-based team, and my main role in that is to play a downfield cutter. So in this one I am just playing, so the beach squad that we just finished up with I was coaching, but on this team I just play.
So we normally coach at JMU 2 times a week, and we sometimes join in with them sessions as well. And there's also a league session where anybody from the whole of the city can go and turn up, and they can get some competitive play. And then sometimes we have trainings outside of that as well. So normally I'm away pretty much every weekend playing a tournament somewhere around the world, which is so much fun and just so exciting. So it's probably one of the main things that I love in my life. Yeah, I definitely class it a little bit as work, with the coaching the JMU teams and sometimes coaching the University of Liverpool. It's probably the thing that I spend like my main amount of time on in my life, so it's very important to me, yeah. I've been training with the Ultimate Athlete Project for the past 2 years, which they make strength and conditioning programs for Frisbee players, for Ultimate athletes. So I probably go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week to work on all of my strength and do some running sessions out in the park as well. So yeah, I take that really seriously. I take that as a really serious part of my training. And I think I'm in a good routine now where I get up, go to the gym or go and do a field workout, and it's like a regimented part of my training. And doing that, it helps me to stay injury free, it helps me to be nice and strong and quick on the field, so I really enjoy it.
So the last exercise I just did, split squat jump,
That's really good for helping you control your landing. So when you jump up nice and high to try and grab the frisbee, when you land, like you need to try and stop your knees from wobbling too much. So it helps to strengthen your knees and your ankles to land properly. And yeah, your breath is really important as well to control your breathing. So this says that I've done 2 sets of this exercise. So I have 1 more set left to go for this exercise. And there it is.
We're doing this game for fun. You're not paying to get better at a skill. This isn't sit down and learn how to speak this foreign language. This is a hobby. It's something you're doing in your spare time. And so I work now within Ultimate. So for the past 3 years, I've worked for a company called Ulti Results that produces online products for Ultimate players to help them get better at Ultimate. So we have a conference for coaches to talk to other coaches around the world, because it's still a relatively small sport, and it can feel quite isolated as a coach. You might be the only one person in your community that's thinking about these problems. So that's one of the things we do. We also build strength and conditioning programs, because there is a lot of movement involved in Ultimate, and we're really interested in how to make more spectacular plays, but also reduce injuries, things that will kind of make players be able to play for, 15 years for me now, and hopefully another 15 years. And then something that's specifically focused on player skills, like teaching them how to throw further or throw particular throws or cut sharper, when they might be in a local community that doesn't already know that skill. Normally, the way people learn in Ultimate is that they look around at the people they're playing with and they learn from somebody around them. If you happen to have reached the top of that tree, it's tricky. You either need to find a new Ultimate community or you need to find a new way to learn. And that's where we're trying to help.
Oh, that just pops up.
Oh, what a grab.
What a snag there for Rachel Turton, going up high and strong.
So this is the second senior GB team that I've played on. I played on the one in 2016 for the Senior World Championships for that. And I'm playing in this Senior European Championships this year. So I've cemented myself as being a GB player for the last 2 cycles, which I think is a really important step. And I was the only person in the UK who was chosen to go out to Australia to play semi-professionally. So I'm trying to do everything to take every opportunity that I can to just go and be the best player that I can be.
I know, she always could have got a greatest back into the field, but right on the sideline there, trying to keep the disc alive for a team.
Living with somebody who I can always go out and throw with, and we motivate each other to go to the gym and things, it's so convenient living with and having a partner that also loves the sport as much as you do. I think that we definitely help to motivate each other to do things. Don't know how you feel.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was laughing just because I was thinking, well, you play the sport, you go and do it together as a group, and at a certain point you're kind of this is just too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's useful. It makes life easier having somebody else that plays at a similar commitment level to you, because they understand many of the things that you're going through and experiencing, emoting, so it can make conversations easier, solve problems quicker, that sort of thing. So we played then Master Club Worlds in 2014, Rachel's first GB one in under 23s, 2016 Rach was playing, I was game advising, where we started LJMU, the club that we met you through. My brother started a club out in Caymans, and I worked World Games, and then we ran the Liverpool tournament, then up here out to Perth for Australia under 24s, and then this was all 2018, so playing in Geneva, where Rachel's off to this coming weekend, playing in Windmill, playing at Cincinnati and then at Winnipeg, and then I was game advising at Juniors, which is this top one. And then these ones are the 2019 discs. So Budapest was something out in Hungary, Siege of Limerick is in Ireland, and we've got a European disc somewhere which is just about to go up. Hasn't gone up yet, that one. Yep, that one joined from a couple of weeks ago.
And then I've got one from Australia as well, so lots of Frisbees.
I think if I could speak to myself many years ago, or to any new player starting now, the thing that I would say is that to go slow in the first couple of years. There are many opportunities to play Ultimate, and many players that I coach and watch now go from a low level to a high level very quickly, and that feels very exciting. But your body takes longer to build athleticism than the time in which you can rise through the ranks in Ultimate. And too often players go from the bottom to the top quicker than their body is ready for, and then they pick up an injury after a year or two, and then have a period where they can't play as much and then slowly come back up, and sometimes can never come back fully, because the most common injury in Ultimate is an ACL tear, and once you have one of those, it's very likely that you will have another one and another one. So I would strongly say, when you first start playing Ultimate, enjoy it, love it, and if you want to get better, resist the urge to go throw every single day, and just take one day a week to go do some exercises in the gym, learn how to squat or to deadlift. Those two will help you immensely.
Frisbee is such a great sport to join, because often when everyone starts, everybody is at the same level. You can't throw when you start, and that's okay, because there'll be people around who can help teach you, and you'll learn very quickly and progress. And the community is so lovely, it's so fun to be a part of. It's a great sport to play, and I just hope that you'll gain the same love for it that we have and can share in that.